Shanti. Murli date 29th January 2024. Essence. Sweet children, just as the Father decorates you, so you have to decorate others in the same way. Do service throughout the whole day. Explain knowledge to whoever comes to you. There is nothing to worry about. Question: why is it that only a handful out of multi-millions understand and imbibe this knowledge? Answer: because everything you relate is new. When they hear you say that the Supreme Soul is like a point, they become confused because they haven't heard these things in the scriptures. The devotion that they have performed for so long pulls them, and this is why they don't understand quickly. Some emerge who are such moths that they say, Baba, I will definitely become a master of the world. I have found such a Baba, and so how can I leave him? They have the enthusiasm to surrender everything to him. Song: the resident of the faraway land has come to the foreign land. Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children know very well that we are travelers and that this is not our land. This unlimited play is on a very big stage. It has such big lights which are always lit. The soul knows that we are all actors and that we come here number wise at our own time to play our parts. First of all, you go back home and then you come here. These matters have to be understood and imbibed very clearly. What would you call actors in a play if they didn't know the occupation of one another? You are becoming this by knowing the beginning, the middle, and the end of the drama. Therefore, this study is unique. The Father is the seed, knowledgeful. You know those common seeds and trees. First of all, small leaves emerge and then the trees grows and becomes very large. It takes so long. You have this knowledge in your intellect. The Father only comes once. Sweetest children, this drama is eternal and imperishable. The Father is the creator of heaven. Heavenly God, the Father. The Father has come here to establish heaven. There is the song. The resident of the faraway land has come to the foreign land. This kingdom of Ravan is foreign. Ram has to come into the kingdom of Ravan. Only you have this knowledge in your intellects. The Father explains to you souls. All of you are travelers. You wouldn't all come down here together to play your parts. You know that the first ones to exist are the deities. At that time, there is no one else here. There are very few and then expansion takes place. All of you souls shed your bodies and go there. The Father has given you those intellects. You souls have now reached this knowledge. You souls have now received this knowledge. You know the beginning, middle, and the end of the tree and the seed. The seed is up above, and the whole tree is spread out down below. The tree has now reached a state of total decay. You children now know the beginning, middle, and the end of this tree. Previously, when people used to ask the rishis and munis if they knew the creator and the beginning, middle, and the end of the creation, they would reply, Neti Neti, neither this nor that. If they didn't know this, how could it have existed from time immemorial? All of these things have to be imbibed very well. They must not be forgotten. You have to study. Only by studying this and having the power of yoga do you claim a status. You definitely have to become pure too. No one apart from the Father can make you pure. When someone donates perishable wealth, he takes his next birth in a royal family or a good home. You children take birth in a very big home. The new world is very small. In the golden age, it is as though there is a village of deities. Earlier, Bombay used to be so small. Look how much it has expanded now. All souls play their own parts. All are travelers. The Father is a traveler who comes here just once. You too are travelers who come here just once. You come here just once and you then continue to play your parts while taking rebirth. You are now listening to the story of immortality in order to go to the land of immortality through which you claim a high status for 21 births. They speak of 21 generations. A generation means a lifespan until old age. Then you would automatically take another body. There won't be an untimely death. That is a land of immortality. There is no mention of death. Sudden death doesn't take place. You shed a body and take another. There is no problem of sorrow. Would a snake feel sorrow when discarding its old skin? Would a snake feel sorrow when discarding its old skin? It would experience greater happiness. You are now receiving knowledge of souls. It is souls that do everything. An intellect is in each soul. A body is completely separate. If there were no soul in a body, the body would not function. Everything about how a body is created and how a soul enters that body is wonderful. The Father says, Sweetest children, your heaven is a wonderful world. They show the 7 wonders of the kingdom of Ravan. In the kingdom of Rama, there is just the one wonder of heaven that lasts for half a cycle. Even though people haven't seen it, the word heaven definitely emerges from their lips. Your intellects now know this, and some of you have also had visions. Baba too saw visions of destruction and his own kingdom. Arjuna was also shown everything in visions. This is truly the episode of the Gita. Baba tells you, children, this is the most auspicious confluence age, when I come and teach you children Raj Yoga and make you so elevated. No one in the world knows these things. You live there very comfortably. Here, when a person dies, they light an earthenware lamp so that the soul doesn't feel the darkness. Such things do not exist in the golden age. In the golden age, the light of all souls is ignited. There is light in every home. People are people here ignite lamps in every home. The Father says, you have to imbibe all of these things very well with your intellects. Continue to remember the Father and the kingdom. You know that you ruled the kingdom for this long. The Father speaks to and teaches those who have been separated for a long time. You children know that the festivals they celebrate refer to the things that happened at this time. Only in Bharat do they celebrate the birthday of Shiva. Shiva is God, the highest on high. How does he come in Bharat? He himself has said that he has to come by taking the support of matter. This is how he is able to speak. Otherwise, how would he decorate you children with his knowledge? You are now being decorated. You then decorate others to change them from human beings into deities. This is very easy, but people's intellects have become so dull that they don't understand anything. It takes time. You explain everything at the exhibitions. Whoever comes and how you explain is all part of the drama. There is nothing to worry about. Children say, Baba, we beat our heads so much. We make so much effort, but only a handful out of multi-millions emerge. That will happen anyway. You say that the Supreme Soul is a point. These things are not written in the scriptures, and this is why people become confused. Two didn't believe this earlier. Some took nearly 2 years to understand these things. They go away and then come back again. Devotion cannot be renounced so easily because it pulls you to itself. That too is a part of the drama. No one else apart from you Brahmins knows this. You have also understood the meaning of the variety form image. This is your somersault. You go around the cycle. This is called a variety play. You too have the knowledge of this. Just look at the things they study in those colleges. It is not like that here. Science continues to grow and destruction will take place through that. Although you explain this now, you can scarcely find anyone who says that this is very good. Although you explain this now, you can scarcely find anyone who says that this is very good, that you should explain this every day. no matter how much work you have. You would say, I definitely want to claim my inheritance from Baba. This is a limitless income. Baba says, I have the knowledge of the whole tree in my intellect, and you too now understand it. Whatever the Father explains is very accurate. 1 second cannot be the same as the next. This is so subtle. You have been around the cycle so many times. This drama continues to move like a louse. It takes 5,000 years to go around the cycle once. The whole play continues in that. You have to know this. There, even the cows are first class. As is your status, so is your furniture, and so are your buildings. There is a lot of splendor there. It is a soul that feels happiness. I, this soul, am now satisfied. You would not say, God is now satisfied. He would ask, is your soul now satisfied? You would reply, yes, Baba, it is now satisfied. The whole of this play has continued. Whatever the Father explains, it is in the playing of the drama. The Father is now rejuvenating you. Your bodies become like the kalpa tree, longer lifespan. The very name is the land of immortality. Souls too are immortal. They cannot experience death. Baba is speaking to you souls. He is speaking to the immortal souls. He is speaking to the immortal soul that is sitting on this throne. The soul listens through its ears. The Father has come to teach us souls. The Father's vision is always on you souls. The Father also explains to you. Always have the vision of brotherhood. I am speaking to my brother. Then there won't be any criminal vision. There has to be a very good practice of this. I am a soul and I have played my part while taking this many births. I was a pure, charitable soul and I have now become impure. Alloy is mixed with the gold. What would souls who come at the end be called? They would have some percentage of gold in them, even though they live here. Having become pure, they have less power. What would having just 1 or 2 births count for? The Murlis that Baba speaks are treasures. The Father continues to give this to you, and you have to continue to remember Him. It is only by having remembrance that you have become ever healthy. There is also a lot of benefit in sitting down in silence. Man mana bhav. No one knows the meaning of this either. The Father explains to you the meaning of everything. Here, everything they do is meaningless. The most meaningless act they perform is to use the sword of lust on one another, through which they experience sorrow from its beginning through the middle to the end. This is the dirtiest violence, and this is why This place is called hell. No one understands the meaning of heaven or hell. That is number one, and hell is the last number. You know that you are actors in this world drama. You would not say, Neti, Neti, we do not know. You are making such beautiful pictures according to Srimad, so that when people see them, they become happy and are easily able to understand them. It is also fixed in the drama to make these pictures. At the end, you will stay in remembrance. You will also have the world cycle in your intellects. Only you know who creates a new world and who makes it old. Everyone has to go through the stages of Sato, Raju, and Tamu. It is now the Iron Age. No one knows that the Father comes and makes us into the masters of heaven. This doesn't even enter anyone's thoughts. This doesn't even enter anyone's thoughts. You now have the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and the end of the whole world cycle. The Father, the Creator, sits in this one and explains to you, I am the Father of you souls. I am the unlimited teacher. This confluence age is the most auspicious, elevated age. The golden and iron ages would not be called the most elevated. It is only at the confluence age when the Father comes and teaches you Raj Yoga that you become the most elevated beings. Day by day, it will become very easy for you children to explain. The tree will continue to grow. Many moths come to surrender themselves to the flame. Who would leave such a father? They would say, Baba, I just want to remain sitting with you. All of this is yours. Why should we leave such an elevated father? Many people have this enthusiasm. I am receiving the sovereignty of the world from Baba, and so why should I leave him? Here I am sitting in heaven. Here even death cannot come to you, but you have to take Srimad from the Father. The Father would say, you must not do that. You would feel enthusiasm to come here. But it is not in the drama for everyone to come and sit here. You feel that force and enthusiasm because you know that all of this is going to end. Those who have it in their parts will continue to listen to all of this. The Father says, you study for an LLB or the ICS, law degree, and Indian Civil Services service. But what would you receive through those? What would you receive if you were to shed your body tomorrow? Nothing at all. That knowledge is perishable, whereas this knowledge is imperishable, and the imperishable Father gives it to you. There is very little time left. You have to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan in just this birth. You can only become that by having remembrance. Renounce all bodily religions and constantly remember me alone. There is no guarantee for your bodies. While studying, some die, and so it is the Father's duty to explain to you. You know what income you earn through those studies and what income you earn through this study. Shiv Baba's treasure store is constantly overflowing. So many children continue to be sustained here. There is nothing to worry about. You will not starve to death. When a physical father sees that his children don't have anything to eat, he would not eat anything either. A father cannot bear to see his children suffering. First are the children and then the father. The mother eats last of all. She eats whatever is left at the end. Our Bhandari is also like that. Acha. The sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First point. Make the vision of brotherhood firm. Practice I, this soul, am speaking to my brother, and transform any criminal vision. Second point. The Father is giving you the treasures of knowledge. Therefore, sit in remembrance of Him and fill the apron of your intellects with those treasures. Sit in silence and accumulate an imperishable income. Blessing. May you be a special soul who shows a glimpse of happiness on the face through the spiritual smile. The speciality of Brahmin life is happiness. Happiness means a spiritual smile, not to laugh out loudly, but to smile. Even if someone insults you, let no wave of sorrow appear on your face, but remain constantly happy-hearted. Do not think that one spoke for an hour and I simply said something for a second. Even if you did say or thought something for just a second and there was unhappiness on your face, you failed. That is like tolerating something an hour and that gas comes out of the balloon. Special souls who have the aim of having an elevated life do not become such gas balloons. Slogan. Yogi souls have cool bodies. They are cool and look at others with the vision of coolness. Om Shanti. With avyakt silence, experience the double light angelic stage. Just as scientists are able to grow grain in sand, in the same way you have to transform the land with silence. For this, become full of good wishes. Follow Father Brahma. With the power of silence, transform the attitude and vision of souls. Just as anger is a power of ignorance, in the same way, peace and tolerance are powers of knowledge. Now make these virtues your sanskars, and you will easily become double light angels. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.